Half of the field has been eliminated in the chase for the championship in Marble League 2022 as we come to the penultimate event of the season. Arguably the most physical one there is, Collision. Hey everybody, I'm Greg Woods. The Pinkies and the Shining Swarm leading the Savage Speeders and Team Galactic 5th through 8th in with a chance, but it is a small one, including our hosts, the Green Ducks. This particular event agreed upon by the teams to be readmitted to the Marble League if it was at the end of the season. Given the physicality, given the toll that it takes on these marbles, they wanted to put it later on. And you also see a bit of a throwback, those old starting gates supplied by Yellow Tech. Some of the original designs from the early iterations of this event in the Marble League, they will be used this year because, well, they just flat work compared to some technical issues that we were having with the new ones. I asked that wonderful duck for a comment on the closing of the Marble League, and, well, I think it was emotional because it was completely speechless. No response. All right, match one. The Green Ducks and the hosts come on down. Fighting against the Midnight Wisps. They do release those heavy ball bearings, but not the smaller ones. We've known those as electrons. Oh, well, we do see a couple. One comes across at least. And wow, there were several marbles that had opportunities to hang on, but they could not. It ends in a scoreless draw. That's okay. This is group stage, as long as you get some wins or some good points differentials later on. Bumblebees now, and the Minty Maniacs. Slightly different formations as they come down, and quite a few marbles staying on the course. I believe it looks like, unless somebody else is hiding somewhere, that the Bumblebees will get the win. Yes, they do. So the Minty Maniacs will be moving on. Here in Group A, we switch things up. It is the Green Ducks and the Bumblebees, and the Green Ducks shoot 3 to the top side, 4 to the top side, but they all stay on. In fact, all 5 of the Green Ducks have stayed on. That is about as well as you can do. And it's not quite a 5-0, but wow, that's enough to get the Quack attack going. Midnight Wisps and the Minty Maniacs come down now. Oh, those electrons being thrown. Will anybody fall because of it? No. The Midnight Wisps, oh yes they will, right at the end. They found a gap in the fence. 3-0. The Minty Maniacs hold on. This group stage competition, it can excuse 1 or 2 mistakes as we get ready for match 5. The Maniacs and the Green Ducks, and this time, nearly everybody clears off except for 2 Green Ducks. Unless there's somebody hiding down there in front of that ball bearing. Ah, yes, there is. Just barely see it. It's still enough for a win, though. 2-1. The Green Ducks paddle on by. They are fighting for their continuation in the Marble League right now. They are the team that is on the bubble. Oh, and this is a wonderful overhead look at the different formations that these two teams have, and we see 4 of the Minty Maniacs holding on compared to just 2 of the Bumblebees. Most of that damage done early on. The Green Ducks and the Minty Maniacs will move on. The Midnight Wisps and the Bumblebees, who sit in 6th in the standings, they are eliminated. We go to Group B now, with the Raspberry Racers and the Pinkies. Off they go. Ball bearings being shot everywhere. Most of the marbles are down on that near side, but they manage to avoid it. 4 stay on for the Pinkies, and that gives them a 1-point win. Savage Speeders and the Crazy Cat's Eyes now. Savage Speeders needing the good results to continue. They are sitting in 3rd in the standings. They dropped 1 after the last event. And they are 18 points back of the Pinkies. And they draw on this one. And that was a hard hit for Blue Eye down the near side. You see that? Solid collision. Took out 2 of the wall blocks. Going to be feeling that one. in the next matchup. Raspberry Racers and Savage Speeders. Talk about an old rivalry here. Oh, and look at this big gaping hole on the bottom side. The Speeders are teetering, and they hold on. But what do the other numbers do? It is a draw. Speeders instantly lost 2 to the near side. There's another one up in the top right. Speeders trying to stay in it. Pinkies and the Cats are leaders in the Marble League compared to a team that is in 10th and eliminated. And the Crazy Cat's Eyes have held on this one, 2-1. They upset the leaders. The Cats trying to find some semblance of any reason to celebrate. But the way that this has gone, yes, they did get a couple of medals. It's not enough to save them. What do they do on this one against the Raspberry Racers? And the Racers, they've kept everybody. That's a 5-marble keep. 5-2. And they easily triumph, and there were some close calls on that one. Looking mighty robust, if you ask me. Pinkies and the Speeders. Pinkies need a good result here. They've lost a couple. They still have at least 3 of them on, but there's one on the far end there trying to hold on, and I believe they have. Yes, they have. 3-2. Pinkies, we're hearing they will qualify. Wow. Coach Pinky promised, the technical director, Pinky Spud, they are quite pleased with how they set that up. I know we haven't done a ton of slow-mo views on the actual formations. You'll see the diamond, you'll see the spear. Sometimes there's versions they call the hammer. There's all kinds of different ways to approach this event, and whatever they did to get out of what some in the run-up to this have called the group of death, that is commendable. As we enter into the next group here, who are not too shabby on their own, Mellow Yellow and the Chocolatiers, they draw. 2 teams that are out in the standings. They cannot win. How about the Shining Swarm? They have been the talk of a lot of people's Marble League. And right now, they're trying not to lose that one over there. Woohoo! Very close. Did they do enough? Unless any marbles are hidden underneath that starting gate, they've spread back out. They do get that win, 2-1. The Shining Swarm have surprised everybody. I mean, of course, so have the Pinkies. But the resurgence of late, they jumped 2 spots after the last event to move into 2nd place, 8 points behind the Pinkies. So if they advance out of this group, that'll be a storyline moving forward. Mellow Yellow will try their hand against the Swarm now, and the Swarm have lost 2 on the near side, and I think 1 up top, but watch these big ball bearings. What's going to happen with the electrons shooting across? The smaller ones do no more damage, and it is a 2-0 win for the Shining Swarm. I can tell you the fans have been swarming in here to get a piece of the action, because this is the peak. I mean, this is chasing immortality. As we get ready for this next matchup here, Balls of Chaos. In fact, both teams did not keep a single marble on. All right, well, never mind. That does go as a draw. It could be worse. It could be a loss. Balls of Chaos and Mellow Yellow now. Down they come. Balls of Chaos. They've got 4 on the near side. They lose 1 up top. But for the team that sits last in the standings, they've got to be feeling good about that. 3-1. Balls of Chaos. Upend Mellow Yellow. Chaos reigning in that match at least. But will they be able to move on? Chocolatiers and the Shining Swarm. Chocolatiers come with a 3-marble front, and that clears space for the back 2, and that will give them the victory. Now that 3-marble line got a little out of sorts. Shining Swarm could not put it together on their side, and they drop another. The Chocolatiers do move on, as do the Shining Swarm. Balls of Chaos, they are eliminated, unfortunately for them. And Mellow Yellow also down in the bottom spot. So, Shining Swarm and the Chocolatiers, by the way, are in 14th. Good result for them. Gliding Glaciers now against Team Primary. Team Primary's got 2 spinning in the middle, 3 in total, and I believe that should give them the win. Wonderful redirection of energy, keeping those 2 marbles just spinning in place. It was nicely done for a team that is 12th in the standings. The O-Rangers, they're in 5th, compared to Team Galactic, who, I don't know, maybe they finished there once or twice. I don't really remember. Ball bearings released, but I think we've got a draw. Galactic, by the way, sitting in 4th in the standings right now, contrary to what you may have been thinking. 3-all. Some of these other teams' fans watching in disbelief at some of the physicality that we have seen. Hard impacts, marbles actually lifting up in the air. That was a good formation from the O-Rangers, but I don't know if it's going to pay off. I think we've got a draw here. Yes, we do. They were tight at the beginning. The impact splayed them out wide. A couple of them managed to catch some of the barriers that do not move, and that is one strategy that you can have to avoid careening through one of those green walls. Primary and Galactic. Down they come. It's almost a curvature, a line by Galactic. Don't know what their thinking was on that one, but it's not going to hurt them all too much. Well, from that angle, it looks a bit more sensible as they go to a 2-2 draw. Team Galactic, 4 gold medals. And no other ones, no other color. So it's feast or famine for them. We're in the blocks once again. Loads of silver out on the course right now. Oh, I think one of those small ball bearing traps failed to fire. Question is, we'll need to see from the top angle which of these silver teams got it. It was Team Galactic, 3-0 over the Gliding Glaciers. They are the first team eliminated among those who cannot win the Marble League now. They did actually jump up 1 spot, but it wasn't enough. 5 points behind the Green Ducks, but that margin is too much statistically to get the Gliding Glaciers a chance to run at the championship. The O-Rangers come down now against Team Primary. The O-Rangers and Primary, I think, have 4 apiece. Yes, they do. 1 early loss to the bottom side, 1 late loss to the top side for the O-Rangers at the end. The referees haven't had too much to do up there on the starting gate. You're going with tried and true. You're going with what works. And I can tell you what works right now. Galactic and Team Primary, they get by. The O-Rangers in 5th place are eliminated. They will go no further. As we take a look at the bottom of the order, you're looking at the points differential there as we now move on to the quarterfinals. Green Ducks come through and, lose a bunch of them early. But so too do the Chocolatiers. Watch this marble. Trailing to the bottom side. This could decide the match. Oh! The Green Ducks hold. Sometimes there are friction advantages to webbed feet, if they had them. Well, that was dicey. 2-2 to decide on the draw. And it will be the Green Ducks who advance. Watch this marble, going to brush against the wall. No, peels away from it. Nicely done. To the hosts. They end up splitting the Chocolatiers. That was an interesting one. Chocolatiers, I think, were hoping to maybe redirect the Ducks into each other, and instead they just zipped right on through. Pinkies and Team Primary. Down they come. Ball bearings released instantly. Collisions even late. Oh, watch over there on the far side. The Pinkies lose one, and that may have decided it. Boy, one of those Pinkies actually went up the ramp. Yes, it did. Oh, my goodness. They almost had the match. Watch to the right side here to go to overtime. Oh, and did they actually come together, or was it just a matter of not being able to hold on? But Team Primary, 12th place in the standings, knockoff number 1. Shining Swarm and the Minty Maniacs now. The Maniacs send two to the opposite side, in fact, collide into each other. And that favors the second place Shining Swarm, for whom the door has swung wide open to make an assault on the lead of the standings. Even though this is only going to be a draw for them. So we'll re-rack and do the tiebreak. 3-3 in the tiebreak. Wonderful management by the Minty Maniacs. They were so close together, they sent two of their teammates backwards. One to the far side, again, hitting that immovable object. That's what you want to aim for in a situation like this. And the Minty Maniacs will move on. Team Galactic and the Raspberry Racers. Oh, good penetration there by Team Galactic. And will it pay off in points? I believe it has. 3-2. They will get the win. Team Galactic, ooh, a solid impact by one of those large ball bearings, but the wall may have given, but Galactic did not. So even with the same points difference, Shining Swarm is ahead of the Chocolatiers for having more points for. But notice also that we didn't add the overtime result into the counting to keep it fair for everybody. But there you see 5th through 8th. 4 teams have moved on. The Green Ducks are one of them. Team Primary, the other. The Ducks send 3 backwards. 2 of them are spinning. But I think Team Primary have done enough here to force overtime. Yes, they have. 3-3. You're much more limited in formations when you get into this, but it becomes much more of a straight fight. How do they do? Solid impacts. The Green Ducks hold on to 2. One marble rolling to the near side. Oh, Green Ducks, they lose one to the top side. A groan from the crowd. Team Primary have knocked off the Ducks. Team Primary, 2 silvers. They're hoping for better. Minty Maniacs and Team Galactic. A lot of marbles still on the board. Let's see if this is going to be another draw or... No! Team Galactic get the win, 4-3. All of them are mostly that right side, one just left of center. And they advance to the final. We do have a 3rd place match to decide the bronze, however. But well done to some of these fans. Their teams may have been eliminated early on, but they want to see how this one ends. And also, they realize the end is nigh. It's coming up quick. The end of the Marble League. This is 3rd place. Green Ducks, Minty Maniacs. Collision here. And it looks like 3 Green Ducks are headed off to the far side, but they're staying on the table. And I think I only see 2 Minty Maniacs. The Green Ducks get the bronze. Going for a team that is on the cusp of being eliminated statistically. They are going to get a nice points haul here. Will it keep them out of elimination? We'll have to see. This to decide the gold. Team Galactic, Team Primary. Different formations for each of them. And this is going to be a win for Team Primary. Team Galactic sent a different formation than what we have seen them do before. Look at this, almost an L shape. And as a result, that adds in a couple of extra collisions. And Team Primary comes away with the win. Well done to Team Primary. They have their first gold medal, their 3rd medal overall in these games. They will move up the order. Of course, eliminated, they can't win the championship. And look at that, 2 finalists, both from Group D. A lot of eyes turning to the numbers now. They are being crunched at the moment to decide who will move up where, who falls out of the order, who falls out of contention. First pan down for some celebrations, however. Congratulations to Team Primary for their gold, Team Galactic for their color-conscious silver, and the Green Ducks for the bronze. Oh, but the Green Ducks are eliminated. Only 4 teams can now win the championship as we head into the final event. The Pinkies, the Shining Swarm, Team Galactic, and the Savage Speeders. And so, who will stand at the top of the Greenick Pond? Who will win the Marble League in 2022? Find out after the elimination race next time.